Broiler Vaccination Guidelines and Schedule. The success of a broiler vaccination program is dependent upon proper administration of the vaccines. In this video we will guide you about hatchery vaccination and field vaccination. Field vaccination further comprises of water vaccine and aerosol vaccine. As injectable vaccine is mostly done by professionals, so in this video we have skipped that part. At the end of the video we will provide you broiler vaccination schedule, which is specially designed for Pakistan. If you belong to some other country, please consult with the local veterinarian for vaccination schedule. General vaccine handling procedures. Ensure that broiler vaccines are stored at the manufacturer's recommended temperature 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. Record vaccine product type, serial number and expiration date on permanent flock record. Prepare vaccine and stabilizer mixture on a clean surface in clean containers free of any chemicals, disinfectants, cleaners or organic materials. Use stabilizer only if directed by manufacturer of vaccine for the application method. Open each vial of vaccine while submerged under the water stabilizer mixture. Rinse each vial of vaccine completely. Hatchery vaccination guidelines. Many vaccines are administered either via in ovo or at day 1 of age. This allows a high number of embryos and chicks to be easily vaccinated against several poultry diseases using a uniform and accurate delivery system. Spray vaccinations are used at the hatchery for effective immunization against infectious bronchitis and Newcastle disease. Make sure to follow vaccine manufacturer recommendations to achieve the best immunization possible, as recommendations differ among products and manufacturers. Vectored vaccines can also be administered at the hatchery as an aid to prevent Newcastle disease, infectious bursal disease, and avian influenza. It is important to note that vectored vaccines require the administration of a full dose so the vector virus and the inserted virus can reach the levels needed for proper immunization. Field vaccination guidelines. Water vaccination. Amount of water for vaccination should be calculated based on 90 to 120 minute vaccination time. Vaccinate early in the morning to reduce stress, especially in times of warm weather. Avoid using water rich in metallic ions, e.g. iron and copper. Bring in outside water of better quality if these conditions are known to exist. Water pH should be 5.5 to 6.5. High pH water can taste bitter to the birds, which may reduce water and vaccine intake. Ensure rapid uptake of vaccine by depriving the birds of water a maximum of 1 hour before administration of vaccine begins. Use of a vaccine manufacturer's approved dye or colored stabilizer may help in determining when water lines are primed and how many birds have consumed vaccine. Turn off chlorinator 48 hours before administering the vaccine. Clean water filters 48 hours before vaccination commences to remove any detergent residues. Clean filters using plain water. Turn ultraviolet light off, if used, as this may inactivate the vaccine. Calculate the needed amount of water by using 30% of the previous day's total consumed water. If no water meter is available, use this calculation. Number of birds in thousands multiplied by their age in days multiplied by 2. This equals the amount of water in liters needed to vaccinate over a 2-hour period. Mix 2.5 grams 2 teaspoons of powdered skimmed milk per liter of water. Alternatively, commercial stabilizers can be used per manufacturer's recommendations. Prepare skimmed milk solution 20 minutes before administering the vaccine to ensure the skimmed milk powder has neutralized any chlorine present in the water. Raised drinker lines. Pour the prepared vaccine, stabilizer and color solution into the header tank or storage tank. Prime the lines until the stabilizer or dyed water comes through the far ends of the lines. Lower drinker lines and allow birds to consume vaccine, making sure to turn water back on into the header tank just before the tank runs dry. Walk through the birds gently to encourage drinking and uniformity of application. Note the vaccine consumption time in the records and any adjustments needed for next application of similar age birds and equipment to reach the ideal time of 90 to 120 minutes. Monitoring water vaccination intake. Start to monitor after birds receive vaccine. Select 100 birds per house and check how many have dyed tongues, beak or crops. Divide the house into 4 parts and check for staining from 25 birds per house division. Calculate number of birds on a percentage basis with staining. Vaccination is considered successful when 95% of birds show staining after 2 hours. Aerosol coarse spray vaccination. Spray vaccination requires careful management. Spray vaccine solutions may be lost through evaporation, settlement and drift before it reaches the birds. Operators inexperienced with specific house conditions and equipment should practice using plain water to verify walking pace. Use the sprayer for vaccination only. Never put disinfectant or any chemicals such as insecticides into your sprayer. Use fresh, cool distilled water. Ions or chlorine in tap water can inactivate certain types of vaccines. Rinse the sprayer with distilled water and dispense a small volume through the unit just before adding the diluted vaccine. A typical coarse spray water volume is 15 to 30 liters per 30,000 birds. Refer to vaccine and equipment manufacturer for specific volumes. If using a fine spray, the water volume is 1 liter per 30,000 birds. Turn the fans off before spraying begins and dim the lights to reduce stress on the birds and to allow easy movement through the house for the vaccinator. Coarse spray should be about 1 meter (3 feet) above bird height. Angle the sprayer nozzle down. Walk through the birds gently and carefully. Leave the fan off for 20 minutes after spraying has finished, provided that the birds are not being heat stressed and that they are not unattended. After vaccination, rinse the sprayer with distilled water and allow it to dry in a clean, dust-free environment. Take correct care of this valuable equipment. Vaccination schedule for broiler. Day 1, IBH 120 and IB variant by spray plus IBD by injection. Day 3, ND killed or ND plus H9 killed by injection. Day 6, ND live by spray. Day 12, IBH 120 by spray. Day 17, ND live by spray.